Hi, it's Vernon again. When it comes to love after 60, the rules have changed, but the appreciation for true beauty hasn't. I've noticed something remarkable. There are three things that older men find incredibly attractive in a woman over 60, yet most women completely overlook them. It's not about looks, money, or trying to fit anyone's expectations. These are subtle qualities rooted in experience, confidence, and authenticity. Qualities that only grow with age. In this video, I'll reveal these three often overlooked traits so you can see yourself through his eyes and maybe understand why the right man is drawn to you in ways you never realized. Make sure to hit the like button, share it with friends who need to hear this, and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you never miss these insights. Let's start exploring these three often overlooked traits that make you truly irresistible to the right man.
Number 1. The luminous authenticity. Beauty without masks. There's a moment that happens in a woman's life, usually sometime after 60, when she stops performing femininity and starts embodying it. When she stops trying to be attractive and simply becomes herself, fully, unapologetically, authentically. This is what I call luminous authenticity, and it's the most beautiful thing a mature man can witness. I first understood this watching my friend Margaret at her 65th birthday party. For decades, I'd known Margaret as someone who carefully managed her appearance, her words, her reactions. But that evening, something was different. She laughed her real laugh, loud and unself-conscious. She spoke her true opinions without softening them for others' comfort. When Margaret's gentleman friend Harold saw this unleashed authenticity, his reaction was immediate and profound. He later told me, "I thought I knew Margaret, but tonight I met her, really met her, and she's magnificent." That's the power of luminous authenticity. At 60 and beyond, many women finally let go of who they thought they should be and embrace who they actually are. This transformation is breathtaking to witness. Authenticity creates what psychologists call congruence, when your inner self matches your outer expression. This harmony is visible in your posture, your voice, your gestures. Mature men, having developed emotional intelligence, recognize this congruence immediately and find it irresistibly attractive. Young women are often still discovering who they are, still experimenting with different personas. But a woman over 60 who has found her authentic self radiates a confidence and peace that cannot be faked or imitated. Dr. Brené Brown's work demonstrates that vulnerability and genuineness create deeper connections than perfection ever could. Men at this stage of life are no longer swayed by superficial appearances or social pretense. They are drawn to a woman who is comfortable in her own skin, who doesn't hide behind masks of perfection or youth, and who expresses herself honestly, whether in conversation, laughter, or quiet moments of reflection. This isn't just about confidence, it's about light. A woman who embraces who she truly is radiates a kind of beauty that no cosmetic, no outfit, and no performance can ever replicate. That light signals to an older man that she is grounded, genuine, and emotionally available, the rare qualities that make connection meaningful and lasting. What mature men understand is that authenticity is rare and precious. A woman who has stopped pretending, stopped performing, stopped apologizing for her existence. She becomes a sanctuary of realness in a world full of facades. This doesn't mean abandoning all social graces. It means expressing them authentically. When you compliment someone, mean it. When you disagree, do it gracefully but honestly. When you're happy, let it show completely. What aspects of your authentic self have you been hiding? Sometimes the most beautiful thing you can do is simply stop pretending to be someone else. But authenticity alone, while powerful, becomes even more attractive when combined with something that can only be forged through life's challenges, a quality that speaks of battles fought and victories won.
Number 2, the graceful strength, power wrapped in elegance. After 60, not the raw power of youth, but something more refined, more beautiful. It's strength that has been tested by life's storms and emerged not hardened, but tempered. I call this graceful strength, and mature men find it absolutely magnetic. Beyond youthful vigor or flashy appearances, older men are deeply drawn to a strength that is quiet, steady, and graceful. By the time a woman reaches her 60s, she has faced life's challenges, loss, change, disappointment, and transformation, and has learned to navigate them with poise and dignity. The Roman Stoics understood that true strength comes not from avoiding hardship, but from responding to it with virtue. Seneca wrote, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Women over 60 embody this wisdom. They've had multiple new beginnings. This isn't loud or forceful power. It's the kind of strength that radiates calm confidence. She knows her boundaries, honors her needs, and moves through the world with a sense of purpose and self-respect. That balance of strength and elegance is magnetic. It signals that she is resilient, capable, and unshakable, yet approachable and warm. Men notice the way she handles difficult situations, the way she carries herself in social settings, and even the subtle confidence in her voice. They see that her power isn't about control, it's about self-mastery, inner peace, and the ability to make choices from a place of wisdom rather than fear. Graceful strength is attractive because it promises a partnership rooted in equality, respect, and admiration. It's the kind of strength that doesn't overpower, it uplifts, inspires, and draws others into its serene orbit. What makes graceful strength so attractive to mature men is its combination of power and elegance. These women can handle crises without drama, make tough decisions without cruelty, and face difficulties without losing their femininity. This growth creates an attractive confidence that cannot be taught or faked. Graceful strength shows up in countless, often subtle ways. It's in the calm firmness with which she handles a rude waiter, asserting herself without anger or humiliation. It's the quiet, unwavering support she offers a friend in crisis, all while maintaining her own stability and peace of mind. It's the ability to say no with kindness but finality, honoring her boundaries without guilt or defensiveness. It's also the quiet confidence with which she navigates complex social situations, aware of her presence and influence, yet never needing to dominate the room. This is the kind of power that older men notice deeply, not flashy, not demanding, but authentic, composed, and magnetic, a strength that signals she is both resilient and compassionate, capable yet graceful. Mature men are drawn to graceful strength because it represents partnership potential. They see a woman who won't crumble under pressure, who can be relied upon in difficult times, who brings stability rather than chaos to relationships. This quality can't be rushed or manufactured.
It requires decades of experience, multiple challenges overcome, relationships navigated, losses grieved, and victories celebrated. It's beauty that can only be earned through living. Have you noticed these kinds of quiet, graceful strength in yourself or in the women around you? Share your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear the ways strength and elegance show up in real life. Graceful strength creates a foundation of respect and admiration. Also, we have one more quality that transforms respect into reverence, admiration into devotion. Something that represents the pinnacle of mature beauty.
Number 3, the emotional mastery, the art of inner peace. If I had to choose the single quality that mature men find most beautiful in women over 60, it would be this: emotional mastery. Not the suppression of emotions, but the graceful management of them. The ability to feel deeply without being controlled by those feelings. This is perhaps the most attractive quality a human being can possess. We've explored the magnetic power of luminous authenticity, being genuinely yourself, and graceful strength, power refined by experience. But emotional mastery ties these together and elevates them to something approaching the sacred. I learned about emotional mastery from watching my friend Helen navigate her daughter's divorce. Helen was deeply concerned, naturally protective, and understandably upset by the situation. But instead of adding drama to an already difficult situation, she became a center of calm wisdom. Helen listened without judging, offered support without controlling, expressed concern without creating additional anxiety. She felt everything a loving mother would feel, but she processed those emotions internally and responded from a place of wisdom rather than reactivity. True beauty at this stage of life isn't just in appearance or charm, it's in emotional mastery. Older women who have cultivated inner peace carry a calm, grounded energy that draws people in naturally. They know how to navigate life's ups and downs without letting every challenge shake their equilibrium. Emotional mastery shows up in countless ways. The ability to listen without immediately reacting, to stay composed during disagreements, to forgive without forgetting, and to hold space for others' emotions without being overwhelmed. It's a presence that signals, I am whole within myself, and I do not require validation to feel worthy. Neuroscience research shows that emotional regulation improves with age, particularly in women. Dr. Laura Carstenson's work on socio-emotional selectivity theory reveals that older adults become better at managing emotions and creating positive experiences. Mature men are drawn to emotional mastery because it indicates wisdom, self-control, and the kind of inner beauty that grows more attractive over time. It suggests a woman who will enhance their peace rather than disturb it. Men over 60 in particular recognize this inner balance as profoundly attractive. It reflects a life lived with intention, a mind and heart that are practiced in self-regulation, and a soul that doesn't demand drama to feel alive. This is a form of beauty that outshines any makeup, designer dress, or youthful appearance. It's the art of peace expressed through personality. The paradox is that women who have mastered their emotions often feel more deeply than those who haven't. They've learned to experience the full spectrum of human feeling while maintaining their center. This depth combined with stability is irresistibly attractive. When a woman over 60 combines authentic self-expression, graceful strength, and emotional mastery, she becomes what the ancient Greeks called Sophia, wisdom personified. This is beauty in its highest form. Sometimes recognizing our growth in this area helps us appreciate how far we've come. When a woman embodies emotional mastery, her relationships deepen naturally.
She isn't swayed by insecurity or fear. She communicates with clarity and compassion, making her not only a partner, but a sanctuary for those she loves. As we reach the end of our conversation today, I want you to understand something profound. The three qualities we've explored, luminous authenticity, graceful strength, and emotional mastery, these aren't consolation prizes for aging. They are the pinnacle of human beauty, achievable only through the gift of time and experience. The Roman poet Ovid wrote, "Beauty is a frail good," but he was wrong about the kind of beauty we've discussed today. The beauty that comes from authenticity, strength, and emotional wisdom doesn't fade, it deepens. It doesn't diminish with age, it becomes more refined. What mature men recognize, and what you must understand, is that at 60 and beyond, you're not becoming less beautiful, you're becoming differently beautiful, more substantially beautiful, more meaningfully beautiful. Every challenge you've faced has contributed to your luminous authenticity. Every difficulty you've overcome has added to your graceful strength. Every emotional lesson you've learned has enhanced your inner mastery. You are not aged, you are seasoned. You are not old, you are refined. So embrace these qualities. Stop apologizing for your age and start celebrating your depth. Stop trying to compete with youth and start appreciating your wisdom. Stop hiding your authentic self and start sharing your magnificent truth. The men who are worthy of you, the mature, emotionally intelligent men who have also grown in wisdom, they see your true beauty. They appreciate what you've become, not what you've lost. They're attracted to your substance, not your surface. Your 60s, 70s, and beyond aren't the closing chapters of your beauty story. They're the chapters where your beauty reaches its full expression, where form meets substance, where experience creates magnetism, where wisdom becomes irresistible. If this message has helped you see your own beauty with new eyes, please like this video and subscribe for more content that celebrates the magnificence of women over 60. And ring that notification bell because wisdom this valuable should be shared with every woman who needs to hear it. Until next time, this is Vernon, reminding you that true beauty isn't about the years you've lived, it's about the life you've lived in those years. And that, my dear friends, only becomes more beautiful with time.